Hello, hello. Today we're going to talk about angle relationships. And first of all, what is an angle? An angle is formed by two rays or sides with a common endpoint called the vertex. You can name an angle several ways: by its vertex and a point on each ray, or by a number. When 3 points are used, the middle point must be the vertex. So if we look at this angle, can we name the angle above 4 different ways? And we want to list them. Well, we have it numbered. It's angle 1. We could also just call it angle Y. But more specifically, we would call it angle XYZ or ZYX. Notice how the vertex, the point where the two rays meet, has to be the middle letter. So it's XYZ or ZYX. So with angles, we have what are called complementary angles, and complementary angles are two angles whose measures add up to 90 degrees. It's kind of like where the floor meets a wall. It makes a 90-degree angle. Anytime we have complementary angles, we know that their measures have to add up to 90. So in this case, 65 plus 25 adds up to 90. These two angles are complementary. Supplementary angles. Supplementary angles are angles whose measures add up to 180 degrees. Together they make a straight line. Like in this case, 115 degrees plus 65 adds up to 180 degrees. Supplementary angles have a sum of 180 degrees. So classifying angles, we can use a diagram to name each figure. In this case, we're looking for part A. We want to look for two acute angles. And we remember from years past, acute angles are the ones less than 90. So I see a couple up here that are less than 90. TQP or PQT is 43 degrees. That is less than 90. Or SQR, RQS is 47. Both cases are less than 90, making those acute angles. Now, for obtuse angles, I'm looking for greater than 90. I can't use TQS or SQT because that's exactly 90. I need angles greater than 90, so I could do like PQS to be 133, or I could do RQT, meaning 90 plus 47, 137, which is greater than 90. So a couple different obtuse angles, a couple different acute angles we can get from that diagram. How about a pair of complementary angles? Remember we said complementary angles were the two angles that together add up to 90. So I can't use just BEC that is 90. I have to use two angles that together add up to 90. And I can see this angle here from A to E to B is 15 degrees. And from C to E to D is 75, and I can say that in either order. AEB is 15 degrees, CED is 75 degrees. Together those add up to 90 degrees because 15 plus 75 is 90. How about a pair of supplementary angles? Remember, supplementary angles add up to 180. So we can't use one angle, AED, that's already 180. We need two angles that together would add up to 180 degrees. So I could take like angle CED, C to E to D, which is 90 plus 15 is 105. And I could pair that up with AEC. AEC is 105. Oh, and CED is 75. So if I take 105 and 75 together, they make that 180. They take this 75-degree angle and this 105-degree angle, and together those add up to 180, making it supplementary. So what if we're given, this is red, M angle 1, measure of angle 1 equals 37, find the measure of angle 2. Well, I know the relationship with angle 1 and 2. Angle 1 and 2 together make this straight line. So if these two angles together make a straight line, that means they're supplementary. I could write a little equation where they can add up to 180, because if angles 1 and 2 are supplementary, then the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 add up to 180. I know the measure of angle 1 is 37, so I can replace measure of angle 1 with 37. And then I have a little equation to solve for measure of angle 2. If 37 plus angle 2 add up to 180, I could just take 180, subtract 37 from it, and I'm left with the measure of angle 2 must be 143. And that makes sense. If this is 37, this would be 143. Together, that would add up to 180. So we have some geometry vocabulary. Let's start with an adjacent angle. So adjacent is like beside it. So like the house adjacent to yours would be the house beside yours. So in angles, adjacent angles would have a common vertex and a common side, but no common interior points. In this case, angles 1 and 2 of the diagram are adjacent. So angle 1 and 2 are adjacent. They're beside each other. They have this line in common. But what they're saying is there's not a point in the middle of this that belongs to 2 or a point over here. Everything on this side is angle 1. Everything on this side is angle 2. Just like if you have property, there's not a spot in your yard that belongs to your neighbor. Everything on your side of the line is yours. Everything on their side of the line is theirs. 2 and 3 are adjacent. They have this line that separates them. 3 and 4 are adjacent. 1 and 4 are adjacent. So adjacent angles are just angles beside each other. Congruent angles have the same measure. So the word congruent for an angle just means same in size and shape. So congruent angles are just equal angles. And one of the most important concepts we'll talk about today, vertical angles are not adjacent angles formed by two intersecting lines. In this case, angles 2 and 4 are vertical angles, and vertical angles are congruent. So every time we have two lines across, it's going to make vertical angles, and those vertical angles are always equal. Vertical angles are always congruent or always equal. So 2 and 4 are vertical angles, so they are always equal to each other. 1 and 3 are vertical angles, so they are always equal. So if I know one measure, I automatically know the other. So if like angle 1 is 120, angle 3 has to be 120. If angle 2 is 60, angle 4 must be 60. And that happens every time we have two lines that cross. We make vertical lines, and vertical angles would be equal. 2 and 4 would be equal, 1 and 3 would be equal. And just congruent means same measure. All right, so if I have the measure of angle 1 is 42 degrees, all right, if this is 42, how would we find the measure of angle 3? We know the measure of angle 1 is 42. What is the measure of angle 3? Well, the relationship between angle 1 and angle 3, those two angles are vertical to each other. So vertical angles are equal. So if angle 1 measures 42 degrees, then angle 3 would also measure 42 degrees. Because angles 1 and 3 are vertical, therefore congruent or equal. All right, let's look at a new example. You guys can pause the video here, try this one on your own, and unpause when you're ready to check. All right, we're looking for a pair of complementary angles. That means we're looking for two angles that together add up to 90 degrees. Remember, complementary add up to 90. So complementary angles, I see AGF that is 90 degrees itself, but that doesn't add up to 90. 4 and 3 together make a 90-degree angle, and 1 and 2 together make a 90-degree angle, but I don't see it listed as 4 and 3 and 1 and 2. But if we look at it with AGB, A to G to B, that's angle 1, and BGC, B to G to C, that's angle 2. Those two angles together make 90. They're complementary. All right. We're asked to find the measure of CGD from C to G to D. CGD. Well, CGD is also a vertical angle. It's vertical angle to this red little box, and the red little box we know equals 90 degrees. So if it's vertical to that, that must mean it is also equal. All right, so I hope that gets you guys all going with some angle relationships. Have a great day. OUT spells